Well, I am woke now, and I can prove it. Here you go. I love illegal immigrants. Yeah, sue me. Now, sometimes I go down to Dover for the day, right? And I look out, right? I look for a boat, and I see a dinghy with about 60 of them, and I go over here, like, right? And I pull them in to shore, and I go, women and children first. They go, there are no women and children. Just you lads, is it? Just come on, lads.
Ricky Gervais has had enough of Hollywood's politics. He stood in front of the biggest stars and called them out to their faces. This British-American comedian and actor hasn't held back in recent years, making the media rounds to share his unfiltered thoughts on woke Hollywood.
She knew she couldn't explain paedophilia to a 7-year-old, right? But this is what she came up with. She said, because there's a man going round and he's cutting little boys' willies off.
What really sets him off, though, is how celebrities and influencers push their political agendas. Just check out how he hilariously mocks Hollywood's woke culture and the influencers who try to be overly political.
Hi guys, Ricky G here, wellness and beauty influencer. As a celebrity, I know all about stuff, like science and politics. So trust me when I tell you who you should vote for. If you don't vote the right way, that's like a hate crime that makes me sad and angry, and I'll leave the country. And you don't want that.
In under 30 seconds, Ricky Gervais perfectly mocks Hollywood celebrities by pretending to be one, shaming them for pushing their political views onto their fans. It may look like harmless fun, but Ricky's made his point loud and clear. He's called out celebrities for being ignorant and manipulative, even name-dropping Taylor Swift as an example.
You can now do a university degree course in Taylor Swift. How fucking low academically can you go?
His Golden Globe speech already showed how little he thinks of Hollywood stars commenting on politics, saying they know nothing about the real world. For years, Ricky has consistently criticized woke culture, using his sharp humor to expose its flaws while reminding celebs to stick to entertainment.
It isn't just about the people in front of camera. In this room are some of the most important TV and film executives in the world, people from every background, but they all have one thing in common. They're all terrified of Ronan Farrow. He's coming for you. He's coming for you. Look, talking of all you perverts, it was a big year. It was a big year for paedophile movies.
For all his bold comments and snarky remarks about woke culture, Ricky Gervais definitely faces his fair share of backlash. Outrage has erupted over things he said on his shows, but it's Ricky. He couldn't care less. He's made it clear that no amount of criticism will stop him from speaking his mind.
Our show, Supernature, dropped on Netflix last year. Big backlash, wasn't there? Big backlash. People going, you can't say that. You can.
One major controversy sparked when Ricky Gervais dead-named the famous transgender celebrity Caitlyn Jenner. Dead-naming, a term created by the woke community, refers to the act of calling a transgender person by their pre-transition name, which is considered unacceptable. Now, watch how Ricky, in his signature subtle way, shares his strong opinions on the matter.
I'm willing to learn, and I found out my crime was that I dead-named her. Now, I'd never heard that term, before a day after the Golden Globes, and that was saying her old name, and even acknowledging that she used to be a man. But she did. I saw him on the Olympic Games. It was decathlon, it was in everything. It was all over the place.
As he jokes about the situation, he points out how the woke crowd is so focused on erasing someone's past just to push their own beliefs. The whole thing feels ridiculous to him because Bruce Jenner existed for 58 years, so pretending that part of history didn't happen doesn't make sense. Even though Caitlyn Jenner is now well known, Bruce Jenner's past isn't just wiped away. What really makes Ricky stand out is his sarcasm. He's great at using it to call out woke people and show how flawed some of their ideas are.
No, I have learned my lesson, and that's why I'm going to be woke from now on. It's about time. Well, I'm sorry. Well, I am woke, and now I'm woke. The first thing I've got to do is change my Twitter bio, because at the moment it's like a list of the shows I've created. But now I'm woke, I've got to pop in the word anti-fascist, so people know I'm not a fascist.
According to Ricky, woke people often act like they're fighting for minorities, but he sees it as an excuse for virtue signaling. It's like minorities become a tool they use to make their opinions seem more important than they actually are. What makes it worse is that if anyone disagrees, they're immediately shut down, called names, or bashed by the woke crowd. Ricky can't stand this behavior more than anything else.
So, well, you say you're woke, but the companies you work for, unbelievable. Apple, Amazon, Disney. If ISIS started a streaming service, you'd call your agent, wouldn't you? So, if you do win an award tonight, Don't use it as a platform to make a political speech, right? You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world.
If you really want to see how far woke people have taken their obsession with being offended, especially over things that aren't even their business, Ricky shares a pretty interesting story about it here.
People take everything personally. I think the world revolves around them, right? Particularly on Twitter, right? I don't know. I'm not tweeting anyone. I'm just tweeting, okay? I don't know who's following me. I've got 12 million followers. I don't know who's following me. They can be following me without me knowing, right? Choose to read my tweet and then take that personally. That's like going into a town square, seeing a big notice board, and there's a notice, guitar lessons, and you go, but I don't fucking want guitar lessons.
When it comes to choosing what to get upset about, it's almost like woke people are constantly searching for something to be offended by, just so they can make noise about it. But Ricky has even more to say on this topic.
But it really is that case of people come up and they say, oh, I was offended by that joke. And, my first reaction is, I don't care. Like, that doesn't mean anything. You're telling me how you feel. What I want to say why. And I'll explain to them. I'm willing to explain to them why the joke isn't offensive. I'm not one of those people that think, I'm going to say what I want, I'm going to be as offensive, and then go fuck you as a joke.
Ricky Gervais doesn't hold back when it comes to making jokes, and he's pretty clear that he doesn't care if people get offended. To him, humor is all about pushing boundaries and talking about uncomfortable truths, even if it annoys some folks. He thinks comedy should challenge ideas, not cater to everyone's feelings. In Ricky's view, if you can't take a joke, that's on you, not him. In another interview, Ricky said,
Yeah, well, that's the thing about offence, isn't it? When people say they're offended, it's that just because you're offended, it doesn't mean you're right, you know? It's... offence is about feelings, and feelings are personal. Some people are offended by equality. So what? You know, so you can't second-guess people. If you try and please everyone, you'll please no one. With comedy as well, I think you've got to deal with taboos and contentious issues, and sometimes you deal in irony, and some people don't get that. But, you know, you can't legislate against stupidity, otherwise you'll be doing nothing. So if you're saying anything...
Ricky is spitting facts right now. This hits home because a lot of people use their feelings to shut down conversations instead of actually talking things out. It's a reminder that everyone sees things differently, and getting too sensitive can block us from discussing sensitive topics.
You probably know me as the creator of The Office. No, you don't, do you?
You think Steve Carell did it all? Oh, he's brilliant, isn't he, Steve Carell? He's amazing as the bumbling office manager. Where does he get his ideas from?
It's hard to take Steve's comment as a joke, especially with that non-verbal threat hanging in the air. In a nutshell, Ricky Gervais stands firmly against how woke people constantly shove their beliefs and ideas down everyone's throats. He finds it arrogant and thinks people should be able to share their views without forcing them on others. Ricky doesn't really mind that woke people get offended sometimes. The problem comes when they try to blow their personal opinions into a bigger, more general issue. Instead of keeping it personal, they want to make everyone else feel the same way. On top of this, Ricky has even stronger words for the woke community, calling out their approach and the way they handle criticism.
But people then they go, wow, yeah, but you shouldn't hurt people's feelings. Well, you can if their feelings are wrong.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't like the facts, don't change the facts, change the feelings.
Once again, it's the classic debate of facts versus feelings, a discussion that's been going on ever since woke culture became popular. When it comes to comedy, Ricky thinks people shouldn't take things too seriously. He feels that woke folks should lighten up and lower their offense radar, even if it means laughing at themselves. He made this point loud and clear at the beginning of his monologue during the 2020 Golden Globes.
Let's go out with a bang. Let's have a laugh at your expense, shall we? Remember, they're just jokes. We're all gonna die soon, and there's no sequel. So,
is Ricky Gervais spot on with his views? Or is he crossing the line into insensitivity? Let us know what you think in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button and make sure to like the video. Trust me, the next one is going to be even more controversial. If you like this video, I'm sure you will like this one too. See you in the next one.